Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Game Chat. I'm Chris, and with me today we have Kate.
Hi.
And Jake.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about E3 2021, Summer Game Fest, just generally all the game news that we're going to be getting over the summer. We're just going to kind of talk about it and give our predictions about what we think is going to happen. We've kind of all come with 5 predictions each, like five main ones anyway, and then we're going to kind of tally them up after the summer and see who got the most and who won the E3 predictions. That trophy.
A sense of pride and accomplishment.
That one. But also that, yeah. So, who wants to go first?
This E3 is a weird one because for however many years we've all had the same set of prediction every year, and I feel like last time everyone got their wish apart from you, Chris, with time splitters.
Hey, it's happening. It's just not happening at this E3, okay?
So this time we got to get good. We've actually got to think of some different predictions.
It's true.
My main one that I was hoping for got they can't Saints Row 5 or maybe a reboot.
Yeah.
Was what I was thinking was gonna happen. And they came out and they were like, we got a conference.
No.
No Saints Row.
Yeah, they did that. They did that with my time splitters. So, yeah, I was really looking forward to that conference as well. And then I'm just like, oh, maybe not so much anymore.
The Take 2 one.
No, I don't know how they. Apparently, the official name to say it is Koch Media. It's KOCH, but people call it Coach Kosh. I'm calling it Koch Media for the lols. So yeah, that conference was going to have be the most amazing conference for me and Kate if it had Saints Row and Time Splitters, but they've confirmed it has neither.
Stream that conference, Chris?
The Koch conference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I react to it, if we do, stream our Koch conference, guys.
You have to subscribe to our OnlyFans for
that. So who? Kate, do you want to go first with your first prediction?
I'm really sorry because these are not great. I tried my best.
They got to be better than mine.
So now that Village is kind of over, Resi Village, everyone's had their thirsty posting of the big lady and whatnot. Revelations 3. Get the
Please.
Story back on track, actually connecting to the old games.
Sick burn at the same time.
I'm sorry. One note and a coin does not connect to the old games. I'm very, very sorry.
The coin?
Yeah.
I don't remember the coin.
And I think so. I'm hoping for Resident Evil Revelation 3, and I think we will see DLC for Village. And I've got a feeling it might be a separate way style campaign, like Ada and Leon, but with Chris.
Like what he's doing during.
Yeah, what Chris is doing while you play Ethan's campaign, very much the same as Ada and Leon in 4, and you sort of have little interactions, how you can go around the village, spoiler alert, and you see sort of the computers left by Chris, all that kind of stuff. I think it would be nice to be able to play.
I mean, I liked where we got to play as Chris. I liked his gameplay, so I'd be happy with that.
But also, what if? You know how they were going to put Ada in and they cut her out? What if they cut her out for DLC?
That would be really good. I would like to see Ada again. I don't think Capcom will do anything with Devil May Cry. I think that's over for a while.
Surprising.
Don't
you think too soon after 5?
See, the thing is, with that, I'm not even a Devil May Cry fan, but with their success of Resi remakes, I'm like, how long till they do Devil May Cry remakes?
If they remade Devil May Cry 3, I would pass away on the spot. That is,
Chris, if they
Let's
do
start with
Devil May Cry game.
Too.
Yeah, and I imagine they'll remake it and make it better. Maybe. I mean, they still did 3 of Resident Evil, which people didn't necessarily like.
But acknowledge that you made it in the first place.
Yeah, that's a thing. I think they'll move on to a lot of their games.
If they drop Devil May Cry 3 remake, that would be.
With Revelations 3, do you have any theories about who's going to be in it?
Well, we got the new Netflix show.
Mhm.
Leon and Claire. We had like the last one was Claire and Barry, supporting characters. I feel like maybe Claire, because they've kind of sidelined her. She's in like one of the movies. She's in the TV show, but she hasn't really been in a game since like
Could we potentially
Revelations,
see a Jill? Maybe.
Maybe we haven't seen Jill for a while.
Or like that. I feel like they set the remake free. They set it up like they were going to do a bit more with Jill. Hopefully, that'd be cool.
Basic. If it's got Leon in it, I'm going to play it anyway. But if it had Leon in it, that would be even better. So,
shall I go on for my prediction? Because it's kind of like connected to Capcom. To be fair,
go for it.
Going with the fashion of reboots and remasters, I think they're finally going to bring us the Dino Crisis remaster / reboot that's been like rumored for forever, and I really want it. And like, it's the same sort of tank style gameplay as Resi, so it would make sense to do that in like the same style as they've done the new Resi.
You just really like dinosaurs.
I really like dinosaurs as well, guys. But I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be that'll bring if they can bring new fans to that, they could do the other games a lot better than they did, because the first one's the only good one, really. But yeah, that's one of my predictions.
According to the encyclopedia, blah, blah, blah,
I'm a big dinosaur.
I've never played any of them, so I cannot confirm.
Have you, Jake? You played Dino Crisis back in the day?
I haven't.
Just me then.
I didn't come out like as bluntly as it did.
Jake is saying that your experiences are not universal, Chris.
You got what you wanted from Capcom. Let me get what I want.
I ain't got what I wanted yet. I ain't got Resi 4.
Yeah, you have.
Resi
We
4
all know.
remake.
Well, what about that then as well?
I think there's.
Do you reckon it's not yet?
I don't think they will show any of that until they're finished, like ringing the village out for everything they can get out of it. I don't think they're going to want to move the hype along until they're finished, like selling all the Lady Dimitrescu like body pillows and stuff. Until they've got it like literally every penny out of the game.
I haven't ordered one of those, by the way, before anyone says anything. I haven't ordered one of those.
It's in his cart though.
Maybe. But yeah, Dino Crisis. And I think it's going to release this year. Because they tend to have a quick turnaround with their reboots. Like they announced RE2 and it came out within like 6 same with RE3, even shorter time, like 4 months. So I reckon it'll be out at the end of this year or the start of next year.
We might see that little game that was meant to come free with.
Oh yeah, I reckon you'll definitely see that.
And then like the day before Village come out, they were like postponed.
Yeah.
No one's missing.
No one. I don't understand why they keep doing these multiplayer modes, because no one cares for them, really.
The only game that had good multiplayer was Revelations 2.
Me and Lex still play that now.
Played it. Yeah. Don't really need player in games. Someone plays it, obviously, because they wouldn't keep bloody making them. They wouldn't keep bloody making them. Like how many they put one on every game now? Why? Who's playing these? Let us know in the comments if you play these, because we definitely don't.
I tried to play the beta, but the beta said no.
I played the one that came with
RE3. Yeah, I tried it. It was crap. I was not a fan. If you're gonna play that, just go play Dead by Daylight. It's a much better version. But yeah.
Is that your official stance?
It is. Jake, do you want to go with your first one?
So mine is for the Square Enix conference.
Oh.
In fact, I'm looking at my 5, and a lot of them are for the Square Enix conference, and it's because they gave like a list of what was going to be there, and then it was really vague. There was like 3 things on it, and they're like, "Oh, don't be worried, we're just keeping most of it a surprise." They've got a game coming by Eidos Montreal, and it's heavily rumored to be a Guardians of the Galaxy game, and I really hope it is. I just hope that the lineup they use is a bit spicier than the MCU's basic lineup, because they're boring.
Yeah, I do think it's a Guardians game. Not sure about them deviating from the lineup.
Yeah, I think they'll keep the lineup just so that like people who only kind of watch the MCU and they're not really
Yeah.
into the comic books, to get them in, and then they'll probably add more characters later along the line.
But then again, Avengers. I mean, they kept the line up there, and that didn't go particularly well.
They didn't though, because they put Kamala in, and she was one of the best parts of the game.
Yeah, exactly. She was the best part 'cause she was new. That's what I'm saying. So maybe they will,
as well.
because like they got a lot of backlash for them not looking like the MCU characters.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the biggest things, which annoyed me, because I was like, well, of course they're not going to look like them. But
they just looked off.
Yeah, but that's because
it
we've
wasn't.
grown up.
It wasn't
I say
for
grown
me.
up,
It wasn't like it wasn't that they didn't look like the actors from the MCU. They just looked weird.
It's because they tried to make them look
too different,
too much like the MCU characters in a different way, where they could have just gone with more comic looks.
Accurate looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like in what's the Switch one called again? Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
That Abomination, yeah. At least they did look good in that.
I like the art style in that.
About the only thing I did like, but, you know.
What kind of game do you reckon it'll be,
amazing.
Jake? Guardians one?
I don't think it will be a live action one. I think it will be
A live service.
A live service.
Yeah. Live action. I think it will be
a linear story.
Yeah, a linear story. I wouldn't be surprised if you only play as Star-Lord.
Oh no!
Which
no.
would be
That's the
disgusting.
point. I like Star-Lord, but that's not. I want to play as all of them, or have the option at least.
I can see them pulling that kind of rubbish.
Do you reckon it will be single player, or do you reckon?
It's gotta be multiplayer.
Gotta be co-op,
Guardians,
at least,
right?
I would think.
You'd expect it to be co-op,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I've got bad vibes.
It's like, yeah, like the way I see it is like, because it was being made at the same time as Avengers, will it be a similar style? Because of it, they can't really, once they've got into that style, they can't. It's hard to deviate after Avengers came out because they haven't had much time. So it's like,
Yeah.
But then again, Avengers apparently didn't start out as a live service one, so
Damn, it should have stayed that way, and it might have been good.
So maybe Guardians one can go back to it quicker, because it's like,
If it is multiplayer, I'll call dibs on Rocket forever.
I'll be Star-Lord because no one else wants to be Star-Lord.
They need to add Phyla-Vell, and then I'm interested. Thank you very
That
much.
is.
That's who she is. Or Moondragon.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon that'll happen.
They need to not make Drax just a comedy act.
Yeah.
Drax ain't even that funny.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't
That's
know.
the
He
worst
has, he has his moments. Not the funniest one though.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Jake's inclusion of Square Enix. We're gonna see a new Final Fantasy that's not anything we've seen before. Like, not 16, not like any whatever. They're gonna just chuck out like a random spin-off, like, here's this other Final Fantasy to keep you going in the 25 years it's gonna take for us to release 16.
I've got that on my list as well.
There you go, snap. I just think it's gonna be a weird, like it's not gonna be nothing big. Like, it'll be like a numbered one. It's just gonna be like here's another one, a littler one.
There is that
one.
rumor, to be fair, of the Dark Souls type one.
Don't do
Made
that.
by Team Ninja.
We're not cut out for that. We don't want no Dark Souls in Final Fantasy.
I mean, I
It's gonna
do.
have difficult settings though, so
Yeah, so if you can make it easy mode.
Super easy. Mode.
that's how I played Jedi Fallen Order.
I mean, like I've recently got into harder games with like
I don't like to
Returnal
call
and
it easy
Sekiro.
mode.
So
I like to call it don't have to parry mode.
Agreed.
that's the point.
It's got bad reaction times, Chris. I'm dyspraxic.
That's fair. At least you get to, it makes it able for you to play it. It's fair enough. Yeah, I can see that something Final Fantasy getting out.
I just think
because
they'll
it's
chuck out another
Square.
one to keep it sort of going while they work on the big ones they've got coming.
Do you reckon Final Fantasy 16's like soon?
No.
Do you know what? I reckon
feeling
they're
it
actually
is.
going to surprise everyone with that, and it's going to be a lot soon. I've got half of my brain's telling me that I'm going to be playing it in a retirement home. Half of my brain's telling me I'm going to be playing it in like 2 years.
I don't trust them after everything they've done to us with like 15. Like,
It's not the same studio though.
We were getting ready to play what was then like Versus when we were in year 10.
Not the
When
same.
we literally
It's
became friends.
Yeah.
it's a different studio now though, because it was they're doing
Sure.
whatever that fucking Project Athia was called again? What did they give it a name?
Forspoken, Forsaken, or whatever it was called.
They're doing that. So it's not the same team that would fucking take ages.
I just don't trust them. They just can't get it together. They never hit deadlines. It's not gonna.
No,
work.
that's true.
One of my other predictions is a Final Fantasy game, and it's more of me begging than a prediction.
Don't say 10 part 3.
It is 10.
Do you want to like? I know we're going round, but if you've got a Final Fantasy one, do you want to just quickly jump to you and then back to me?
Right. So in 2013 or 14, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. They did a remaster of 10 and 10 Part 2, and they included an audio drama on this remaster that set up a whole story for a different game, introduced loads of new characters with like relations to the old characters, and it sounded really interesting. And then they've not done anything with it in like 8 years. Why? Why would they do that?
Do you reckon they're going to actually bring it up? And
I don't think they will, but I strongly believe that they should.
so is it a prediction?
Jake's a Charlie Day meme. Like he's got all like the papers on his wall.
So is this a prediction or?
I told you it's less a prediction and more me begging, but it is one of my
So
predictions.
it's not. Are we counting it as one of your 5?
Yes, because if it happens, I want to gloat.
Jake expecting 10 part 3.
He's got his pie in the sky. Fucking E3 predictions here.
Final Fantasy 8 remake in the style of 7, and it's just a meme of them putting like the clown makeup on it.
I don't actually have any square ones.
You're not weeb enough for it, are you, Chris?
Trying to think what I should go. Okay. So I'm gonna go with Kojima. So I reckon Kojima is gonna partner with Xbox exclusively for his next game. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be Death Stranding 2 or anything like that.
God, I hope.
I've heard rumors about him exclusively partnering with both Xbox and PlayStation, but one of them has to be true.
Yeah. What if it's both?
Yeah,
Can you
what if
imagine?
it's both, but they're just different games?
He's like making like a Metal Gear with PlayStation and something else with Xbox. Crazy. But like, I reckon he's making a game with Xbox. I don't know what it is. That's literally my prediction, that he's going to come out on the stage and everyone's going to be like, "Oh my god."
He's one of them things anyway. Like when he's involved, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's
like,
a big deal. For
I mean,
everyone.
how long did we not know what Death Stranding was? I think literally up till the day the game came out, right? Like
Even
no one knew what it
even
was.
Con it now, like you still don't really know what.
Yeah.
I saw an article the other day where Kojima doesn't even know what's going on in Death Stranding. That's apparently quoted by him.
I watched a 14-hour video
you know.
about that game. Watch all the cutscenes, watch all the dialogue, and I'm watching it like, why am I
enjoyed it.
watching this?
It's a mad ride. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I think it will come to Game Pass day one as well. But that's everything. I think everything in the Xbox conference will.
What if
stated.
What if it's basically PT but under another IP?
See, I was going to go a
PT.
step further with this, and I was going to say that Xbox had
Or
bought
Silent
the
Hill?
publishing rights to
If
Silent Hill.
Xbox
I don't think they
buys
bought
Silent
Silent
Hill-
Hill. Like Konami would still own it,
Yeah.
but I think they bought the rights to publish it and make it through Konami with Kojima. Like that, I don't know whether to make that my prediction now or just have
Yeah,
it,
Chris, be bold, be bold.
because it
Live
could
on the
either
edge.
be. Go on then, I'll do it. Kojima comes out,
If Kojima drops Silent Hill,
announces
this is going to be
Silent
wild.
Hills. It can't be called Silent Hills, I don't think, but it's something Silent Hill.
Loud
to be-
mountains.
Exclusive to Xbox.
I think if Silent
At
Hill,
least timed. I'm not going to say fully,
No,
but at least timed
I think
exclusive
if
to
Silent
Xbox.
Hill's going to be an exclusive, it's going to be with PlayStation.
Yeah, but you know what? Big Daddy Phil's out there throwing his cash everywhere, Kate. So you know, you never know.
You gotta respect Phil.
He's out there like making moves. PlayStation are standing still. You know what I mean? They're not making moves. So yeah, that's a bold one. I've probably lost all my points making it that, but still, go for it. I want at least a tenth of a point if Kojima comes out with just for anything for Xbox. But yeah, right. Who's next now then? Because it went to Jake and then back to me. Did you want to
I
go?
don't know. I fucked it up by talking about Final Fantasy X Part 3.
How many have you done, Kate?
Well, I've only done like
2.
my one so far.
You've done 1.
Yeah. The Sanctuary got cancelled.
Oh yeah.
They come out like There's no Saints Row, and I was like, well, I will not be attending. Another like pretty basic one, but I feel like we're due another Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
We're
They usually
due
churn
one.
them out. Like
Three Houses was lit. It was lit.
Did you finish it?
by
I'll
me, that
call
was
that
the
first.
best thing you ever did to me.
I bought a copy of Fire Emblem to his house because I was like, he played the game.
I know I played it. I kept meaning to get around to it, but I just never got around to it. But I have heard they're good.
It's very good. I don't necessarily think it will be connected to Three Houses.
Are they ever like a Fire Emblem games ever connected to each other properly? There's no like sequels to Fire Emblem games.
Three Houses is the only one I've played.
Yeah, same.
But I know there's like isn't there like
Henry-
Fire Emblem's World? I
Mm.
think that came out after Three Houses, and for the people who I know who like Three Houses, they didn't as much enjoy that one.
Okay.
So maybe it's not so much about it being connected by the story, but maybe it'll be in like a similar style
style.
to Three Houses.
Yeah.
Like I say, I've only ever played Three Houses.
No,
and
it's just
not
like
the
a
DLC.
full like. So they come out. It's not going to be a mobile game because they do that.
We don't need mobile games getting announced at E3. I'm sorry.
They
We
do.
just- we
There's
don't
gonna
need
be.
that.
There's gonna be games. You know there will. EA will have a whole section about Command and Conquer Mobile. That was fun.
It wasn't, but yeah. So
So, who's going next? You've done 2 now. How many have you done, Jake?
I've done 3 because I went on a rant.
oh
I've done
no, I
3.
have done 3 because I done my DJ Khaled another one.
So I've
Final Fantasy.
done- 2. There's me now.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Sticking with Nintendo. And see, I'm going to go with the Nintendo Switch Pro is announced, but I'm going to say which conference it's going to be announced in. It's going to be announced in upcoming Thursday's Summer Game Fest. Opening like night thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I like it. From the rumors were it was going to be announced like last week or last Friday or the Friday before. It never did. Now, the reason people were saying it was going to be announced then is because it has to be announced before E3 so they can showcase. So other third-party publishers before Nintendo, who go before Nintendo, can say that it's coming out on the Switch Pro.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me. And the only way now, really, that they can do that, unless they just drop something like a trailer now, like is Summer Game Fest. That's the one that's starting it all. So and Xbox has been announced at the Game Awards. So it's similar, the new one. So that could happen. Like, and it makes sense to announce it before the Nintendo conference because they said the Nintendo conference come out and said it's like sticking to software, not talking about hardware. So it's got to be announced before then, you'd think. So I'm going to go for that conference. That's going to be announced there and it's going to come out in September.
Do you think they will do exclusive games for Switch Pro?
I hope not.
I hope not. I don't think Nintendo will. I think third-party people could.
Maybe.
Because a lot of third-party people probably won't want to try to make their games work on the original Switch.
Yeah.
But if it can work on the Switch Pro, it's an extra place to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't see Nintendo making it exclusive.
I'm not personally interested in the Switch Pro. I barely play my Switch. It's one of them, like, I get a game for it, I hit it hard on this game, and then I don't touch it for the rest of the year.
No, I'm the same.
So I personally wouldn't buy one, but it's Nintendo.
I would be
always
more
sell
enticed to
well.
buy one if they did exclusives. But if it's the case of like a third-party game's exclusive on there and not on the normal Switch, but it's on another console,
Xbox, then you're going to buy
then
it
I'm
on
not.
Xbox,
I'm going to get it on Xbox or PlayStation. So
If
I wouldn't get
Pokemon
one
turn
then.
around and were like, you can play Legends Arceus only on the new Switch, I would buy one. But I wouldn't be happy about it.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that simply because they've already announced that.
Yeah.
Beforehand. So, but
Yeah, but like there'll be like a special shiny Pokemon you can only get if you play on the Switch
they
Pro.
will 100%. I do remember that trailer looking like it ran like shit on the old Switch though. So maybe there's a reason to get the new one. And that's out in January.
Yeah.
That game. So, so I definitely think the Switch Pro will be out before that. And I don't think it's going to launch at the same time as that game. because I think it will be Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh,
Launch
Electric
title.
Boogaloo.
Yeah, I'm going to add that
I'll
on
love
there.
that one.
Launch title Breath of the Wild 2.
Mm.
We'll work on the other Switch as well, but like obviously that'll be its big showcase thing for it.
Maybe with the Switch Pro, they'll finally release Bayonetta 3.
We've got to see that, right? Oh, that
Maybe
would have been a
I'm
prediction.
not
maybe
holding
they
out
announced
hope.
it and they were like, actually, the Switch is too shit to run this.
Do you know what? The port of Bayonetta 1 is not good on the Switch.
No.
It's awful.
Maybe there's a reason to get a Switch Pro kit.
maybe. Probably not, but
I think
I didn't buy a Wii U to play Bayonetta 2, so...
I mean, I want to say I won't get one, but I probably will.
He will get one, that's a lie.
I know what I'm like.
That's a lie!
I don't know, yeah.
I don't want to replace my current Switch, though. It's so cute.
Yeah, I like
Pikachu
mine.
and Eevee.
Oh,
well,
no,
like...
you can guarantee they'll do special ones. But they won't be straight away, though.
They won't be as cute.
And I hope the Joy-Cons still work with it. It's got to be just a bigger screen, right?
Yeah.
Probably. It'll probably be a bigger screen and better controllers, because the Joy-Cons are
My
awful.
one big thing I want with it is more screen, less plastic. You know what I mean? Like, because there's a big, what they're called around it, the bevel, is that what it's called? The thing round the screen. Yeah, I want that. Less of that. More screen, please. But yeah. You want to, Jake, go next?
My next one is kind of, I don't know how to phrase it. I'm going to go with, it's going to be Jedi Fallen Order 2 announced.
Ooh.
Because it needs a sequel. But I also think they're going to announce more than one Star Wars game.
Can I tag in? Because this fits in.
This fits in with one of my predictions also.
Of course the Old Republic remake.
Better happen.
Or like a remaster, like bringing it up to the current gen, leading up to the announcement of a new, not to the Old Republic. Not like the PC Online one, like an actual, legit KOTOR 3.
I'm going to add to mine.
That would be good.
Jake, was yours? So what's your actual prediction? So Jedi Fallen Order 2.
Yeah, I'm going to play this one safe because Final Fantasy X Part 3 was already too risky.
Yours is KOTOR remake.
I think if they were gonna, I believe there's a new one coming eventually because they would be stupid not to do that. But they've got to get everyone caught up. So I think they will either remaster or do a sort of basic remake-ish of the old ones. Yeah.
Okay.
And then be like, oh yeah, because there's a new one coming. Or maybe even a reboot, basically just reboot the series.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning to with mine. Originally was just going to play it safe, saying I think there's going to be at least 3 new Star Wars games announced. But I think Knights of the Old Republic is going to get rebooted into Knights of the High Republic.
No, please don't do that.
It's going to be a similar storyline, but just set in a different era.
No.
And this is my wild one that I wasn't going to put in here, but I could see them doing that. It's just because they don't want to make the same game again. Who do you think is going to make it? If they make the remake?
No,
I want it to be BioWare, but I don't think it will.
See, I don't think BioWare will do
either.
it. And my other wild one is it's going to be this Knights of the High Republic, but it's going to be made by Obsidian on Xbox.
Ooh.
Because Xbox had Knights of the Old Republic, hasn't it?
That would be cheeky, and that is very true.
And I think it's gonna we're gonna get a trailer at the Xbox conference, and then obviously more of a deeper dive in the EA thing later on in summer.
Yeah. Do you know what annoys me about Xbox the most? This is just going off on a tangent now. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I just prefer playing on the PlayStation. Like, I do get both. I just prefer using the PlayStation.
That's fair.
But the Xbox is becoming the home of Western RPGs, and I don't like
Yes, it is.
it.
Like, yeah, but then you got the home of JRPGs on PlayStation, though.
That's true.
So it's
That's why I need both for the whole
this is
spectrum.
why I have both consoles, so I can't really moan as much. I'd moan more if I had one and I couldn't get something on the
The
other.
future's now old man Jake. Get an Xbox.
Have you not got? You're going to get one though, right? Because you're going to get one.
As
Fable.
soon as I finish paying my PS5 off, I'm getting one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Definitely worth getting, especially for you who likes Western RPGs. You're going to need one.
Xbox is making moves. PlayStation's stuck in its ways. That's...
Sure.
I don't think they're going to have too many Western.
There's no such thing.
They've got to spread them out, and I don't want because you got Avowed, and then you got the people that make you got Bethesda who make Elder Scrolls. So it's like
But we're going to be dead
they're
before
gonna
the
be
next Elder Scrolls.
they seem very
out.
similar. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but the Elder Scrolls one won't work. The other one will.
yeah, but it might now because it's owned by Xbox, and Xbox will fucking have
It just works.
like have them at a higher standard. So
Xbox will be Zbox by the time that game comes out.
because we did this whole like I can't remember who's. So we've all done our Star Wars prediction.
For me.
Yeah.
For me. This is one I literally came up with about 5 minutes before we started recording this. New Castlevania when? Anime just finished. Met with like quite positive reviews.
Yeah.
Anime is very, very, very good. The last season I'm a bit like, some things I like, some things I didn't. But while it's current, while everyone's talking about it, why not drop a new game? They've got the collection coming to the Switch on that website. What is it called?
Oh, the limited run.
Limited run.
Yeah.
They've got the
Yeah,
collection.
because the digital version's already out, I think.
Yeah, so the physical you can get the limited run. Then I guess you can download it from the Switch.
Yeah.
For all the old ones, so why not bring up another one? Remake Symphony of the Night.
That's the thing with Konami in it. Like that's the whole Silent Hill thing that we had earlier. Like, are they gonna give their publishing rights to someone else? Because Konami don't make games anymore, really. So, who would it go to?
I don't know, but I just feel like the anime's done so well, and it's brought it into the now. Because apart from Henry, I don't know anyone else that plays Castlevania apart from.
I mean,
Henry.
I played the new one because I really liked the anime. I thought the anime was great. So I'd be reboot if they did it. But I'd play a new one if they made a new one. Like I imagine because they're making it now, they'd have to make it so new people could jump in.
I don't think if they were gonna sort of start it up again, I don't think it'd be like it used to be.
2D.
I think they'd bring it into the now.
I think
But they should do something with it. It's a shame.
Castlevania, Dark Souls type game. I can see them doing that.
Don't do that to me.
I can see them doing that. Oh, yeah, I can see Konami giving Silent Hill to Xbox, Castlevania to PlayStation, and then Blue Point, the people that do all those like reboots and stuff. They did the Dark Souls one. See them make it.
Come out now. That's
all yours?
That's all mine.
You got any left, Jake?
Got one.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get a Sony State of Play with a Ghost of Tsushima sequel announcement.
Oh,
that's a good shout.
It did too well for them to not do anything with.
Do you reckon it's going to be its own State of Play, or do you reckon it's going to be like a big State of Play with?
I genuinely don't know. I want them to do a big one because that's always hype.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
You reckon? What do you reckon it's called? Ghost of Tsushima 2? I don't think it will be. Gotta be Ghost of... Right? Ghost of
I think
Japan.
it'll be like
Reckon it'll
Ghost
move?
of Tsushima and then like a really jazzy little subtitle.
Yeah. Do you reckon you'll get like much, or do you just be like a little
tease.
trailer?
Just a tease, I think.
They're doing a show, aren't they? Right, I know.
I think so, but I couldn't find a date.
Yeah. Maybe bring it out near the TV show. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Because that'll be able to hype. That'll do really well.
Or maybe
as a
the TV show's going to tie into it.
No, because it's not the first game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'll be a really good TV show, to be fair. I'd about that. if Sony can get their shit together and make good TV.
Probably not, to be fair.
We'll see with The Last of Us. But
Oh, what about The Last of Us multiplayer? They keep
see
saying
that I'm deciding whether to do that one for my next one or whether to keep the one I've already got.
get spicy crisp one. What's your other one?
Sonic related. I think it's too easy there.
Gotta go
Okay.
fast.
Yeah, but Last of Us Faction's a bit easy as well because that's guaranteed to happen at some point. Okay, no, I'm gonna go for that then. So, Last of Us Factions will get announced at Sony's State of Play at some point because Sony are the hardest to predict when they're gonna do their shit because we just don't. Yeah, I think they'll announce Last of Us Factions properly. It'll be very different to the original Last of Us multiplayer. It'll be more of a Division type thing, but not quite live service. I think it's going to be a smaller thing. Sort of similar to Ghost of Tsushima Legends, but more open, I guess.
Bigger environments, but
Yeah.
like the same sort of scale.
But it's got class systems, building up your character. Like how Ghost of Tsushima had a raid at the end. But I think it'll have something similar to that. I can't decide because we don't know whether it's going to be DLC for Last of Us 2
or its own game.
or its own game. If it's its own game, I can see it being something much bigger, like a Division sort of thing, but maybe a little bit more than that, less story. But if it's DLC, I can see it being more Ghost of Tsushima. I've got any thoughts?
I've not played Last of Us, so I don't know.
I've played it, but I just like
It's definitely being worked on.
It's been so long now since 2. Like I would have played it, coming off the back of 2, like while I was in the hype. But like if it's like just another one of those
See, that's why I hope
4
it's its
player,
own.
like well, why am I going to leave like the 10 I'm already juggling to join this one?
That's why I hope it's its own game. Because then again, like if you can get Naughty Dog make really good story games, that if you can get their level of story in a co-op game, that'd be.
I feel like
It's the last time any
co-
of us said that sentence we were talking about Anthem.
co-op.
I know.
Co-op always sullies a story because
Yeah, it has to. It has to
40,
some
yeah,
certain
you know.
extent, doesn't it?
See, now this is another thing I was thinking about. Are you finished talking about Last of Us?
Yeah, it's going to get announced. Going to get shown. I think we'll get like a gameplay kind of thing, a little bit, 10 minutes of gameplay. Come out early 2022, like March, February, maybe.
Well, you're going all in on your predictions.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I see. Yeah, but we get the little bits right. It's got to count for extra.
I'm just there like, I don't know, another Saints Row, please. Do you think we're going to get some redemption arcs for games such as Cyberpunk, Outriders?
Outriders.
Or
Does that need redemption?
Outriders is broken.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, but people still loved it, didn't they? And people still played the shit out of that game.
How can you play it? I tried to play it,
Yeah, we didn't.
and it
It
wouldn't
worked
let me
for us.
play the game. I was enjoying what I was playing. The game just doesn't let you play the game.
I think that'll get DLC. I think it's done way better than they expected it. Because it was like the most played game for that month, most bought game, and considering it's on Game Pass, that's shocking. Like it was Xbox's biggest selling game, and that doesn't count the people that play it on Game Pass. Wild. So I think that game has done way better than they expected it to. Because really, did any of us think that game was going to do well?
No. Not after I played
No.
the demo.
Like, I didn't. I mean, we enjoyed it, but it's not the best game in the world. Like, it's fun when you play it and when it works.
It don't work though.
But
Controversial opinion, I enjoyed Avengers more.
wow,
Oh, okay.
A lot more.
non-controversial opinion. I didn't.
That's Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. They've got to come out with something, right? You'd think.
Cyberpunk is a comedy at this point. I want them to make a documentary in the style of The Room about the production of Cyberpunk.
Someone will do it. Someone will do that. That will happen. Like 10 years down the line. They've got to come out and talk about the DLC at the next gen versions at some point.
I mean, do you think they'll want to face everyone?
I don't think they'll turn up at an E3.
I don't think they'll do that.
No.
I think I can see them doing the Summer Game Fest because it seems smaller.
I think CD Projekt Red, Ubisoft, and the guys who made Detroit Become Human should have their own conference.
Oh no!
Terrible people in one room.
But to be fair, you say I don't think you can put Ubisoft sexual harassment and toxic workplace on the same levels as Cyberpunk. Just
That had a toxic
game
workplace.
wasn't ready. Yeah, but they haven't been done for sexual harassment. That's different.
Yet.
Yeah,
That we know of. To be fair, yeah, but I don't think it's the devs; it's the publishers more on that CD Projekt Red side of things.
Sure.
We gotta see a DLC somewhere. I don't know where we'll see it because I can't see it fitting in any. It's not like they're going to come out on the Xbox conference again, going, "Oh, we fucked up, guys." Like, I don't think Xbox would want that in their conference.
No.
You know what I mean?
But if they've got something amazing,
Do we believe them?
well, no, I know we wouldn't believe them this time, but like you never know.
No, you never
You
know.
never
do you?
know.
Come out of PlayStation State of Play. It's back on the store, guys.
How
PlayStation
many
4?
TikTok dances do you think are going to be in Just Dance 2022?
Oh my god.
I wouldn't know. What you're normally good at this. What's the Just Dance song gonna be?
Oh,
You've got this right for like 3 years in a row.
that's hard. Put me on the spot for that now. What's that Lil Nas song where he's doing the thing to the devil?
Call Me by Your Name.
You
Yeah,
think
that.
that is going to be in a
I
children's
don't think
game?
that's going to be in a Just Dance
I don't
game.
think the video will be in it. I think the song will be in it.
No,
The song,
no,
no.
no.
You can imagine the little avatar on screen like pole dancing its way down to hell.
Maybe not then, okay.
You know what? It's a bop, and I would love it to be, but it's not going to be.
You never know. You
DLC.
never know. Ubisoft are wild these days.
Not for good.
Not for good
not
reasons.
for good reasons.
No, I don't know. You know what? I haven't been paying attention to the music scene this year, so I have no idea. If anyone else got any ideas?
I've exclusively listened to Miley Cyrus's new album for a year and a half now. So
I've been listening to Hamilton for the last 6 months, so that's me. Let's put a Hamilton song on it. It's not going to be the main.
What
It's not going to be the main
Eurovision
song.
songs?
No,
that
no.
The Eurovision was.
They have to put good songs on there, Kate.
that song is a bop. You say that back.
Yeah, but it's not going to be on there.
They could have put the winning song on there.
Which one did I get right? I got Havana right. Yeah.
High Hopes, Panic at the Disco.
I got High Hope right. I don't know what's been the song of last year though.
Oh, what about that one that was on the advert? I don't use TikTok, but apparently it came from TikTok. I don't use the TikToks. And it was like a sea shanty, and the guy got
Yeah.
famous off of it. What about
Yeah,
that?
I know which one you mean.
I don't know what you went about, maybe.
I've only
It's
seen that,
like
but
a
I don't
little
know.
piratey dance. I don't know.
Do we think we get another Assassin's Creed this year?
I mean,
Like announced at least.
no, it's too soon because they've only just dropped the DLC.
I think they're going to announce a third DLC.
What do you think it's going to be?
Some mythological stuff that no one
Oh,
asked for.
no, again. Hate the mythological shit.
What if it's more to do with the now and the big thing that happens at the end?
Oh no, also.
Because they didn't they kind of dropped that and then they're like, "Cheers, bye." And you're like, you can't just say things like this and then not give context. Like you just can't do that.
That'd be pretty spicy, to be fair.
Ubisoft are interesting this year because it's like they've come out saying Division's not going to be there, even though we know we're getting
Disgusting.
Division DLC at the end of the year and a free-to-play Division
Yeah.
and a movie. So while that they're not there, but I can see them just doing another Ubisoft Forward completely Division.
Well, they've got
related.
to save most of their conference for apologising for the sexual harassment. So
I don't think they're going to say anything because they didn't say anything last time.
They
remember?
should do. They should
Because
do.
this came out just before their last Ubisoft Forward, didn't it?
yeah, but if
And
it
they
happens
said shit all.
twice, like
Yeah,
you're gonna need to do some damage control at some point.
Yves Guillemot's going to. Sorry? I don't know. That was a bad accent. It's meant to be French.
What about that guy
Petition to
that
get
got
Chris to
drunk?
voice all the NPCs in the Siege of Paris DLC.
The guy that got drunk.
Oh, Josie Fares.
Well, if he's got a new game.
Just come out with It Takes Two, though.
Yeah, but he could have a new game. You don't know.
I don't think it's really that quick. I think he'll be somewhere within Jeff
He'll be
Keighley's
there,
Summer Games
but-
Fest. He'll be there because he's just a hype man at the end of the day for stuff. Like, he's loud.
He's a mad
He's
lad.
loud and drunk, and people seem to love that. So,
Do you reckon
I
we're
mean,
getting any Starfield?
yes. I reckon you
I
get
hope so.
gameplay on the Xbox conference. So, yeah, because they're doing the same Bethesda thing, and they're all one Xbox Bethesda conference for like 2 hours.
I wish.
I don't
Fable.
think you're going to get much Fable
I
this year. I don't. Thing is, I was trying
Tommy.
because they got
Tommy
2
and
hours.
Jake.
Because they got
And
2
Sam.
hours, and you think about it. Normally, each Xbox conference is like an hour and a half.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Each Bethesda conference is an hour and a half. This one's 2 hours. It's like, are they just showing a lot more compactly without less of the fucking left showing the fucking car on the stage for Forza or whatever?
I feel like
Or-
because of the COVID situation,
It's hard to.
they're gonna cut all that out. There's gonna be no orchestras playing songs.
They
It's gonna
got
be
it
none of that
done last year.
rubbish. Just literally just trailer after trailer after trailer after.
I hope we
That's
see
the best way to
something
do it.
on Avowed as well. I want to see what makes it different from Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Not
Actually, the most exciting one this year is Xbox.
Also, if
Like-
we don't see any Lego Star Wars at the Xbox thing, I'm gonna
Yeah, because they're
find
not
out where WB games are. I'm gonna throw a shoe at the president.
WB. Yeah, problem with WB Games is because they're going through a lot of movements behind
Aren't
the
we all?
scenes at the moment. Like their whole gaming division apparently has been split in two and sold off to different. So
It's
Warner
what
Bros
it
has been.
deserves. They can't
Warner
market
Bros.
games.
It's weird. Like it's a weird one because Warner Bros. Is being merged with another company, but they're still splitting the gaming division in between those companies. So it's like it's a merge but split at the same time. It's weird. It's a weird situation. But it's like
When they're gonna give me the next part of Lego Hobbit that they promised.
they will never give you that.
Disgusting.
They will. Do you reckon they're ever going to do a Marvel Infinity Saga like MCU
No.
Lego? Because if they do
If
the
they
Star
ever
Wars
finish
saga, I
one.
wouldn't be surprised.
If it's ever gonna come out, who knows?
That'd be well. To be fair though, they're struggling with this game, and this one is only like 9 films. They're going to struggle with 23 films. Is it
Yeah.
23? I think it's 23. But yeah, I think Starfield you'll see at the Xbox conference. I think you'll get gameplay, and it'll come out. I don't think it's this year. Loads of people saying it's this year. It's not going to be too early. It's Bethesda. Come on.
What about that super like really weird, scary looking? Is it Ghostwire Tokyo?
That's coming out this year.
I would like to
apparently.
see more about that.
Apparently,
That
I don't
looks
think
good.
it will. I don't think it will come out this year because Deathloop's got moved to September.
Yeah.
So you'd think,
Do you
Not
reckon
really feeling
Deathloop
that.
will be at the Xbox conference?
yeah, that'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Because it's PlayStation exclusive,
hmm
but now owned by Xbox. Do they show both that and Ghostwire Tokyo at the Xbox conference, or have they just saved them for PlayStation State of Plays? Be interesting. Because I feel like the people who make Deathloop and that would feel a bit hard done by not having their game shown simply because it's.
I'm excited for the Square Enix show to show the new Avengers expansion. So everyone
Yeah,
will
to
be
see if it's
again.
worth having the game survive.
It will be. It will be.
Oh, I hope so. I need that Black Panther stuff to be good because that's the only way I'm going
story
back to that
stuff is
game.
where the game like really, really shines.
Yeah, but there's not enough of it. That's the problem.
Yeah, they have to be faster getting it out. But
Yeah, was the Hawkeye stuff good?
the Hawkeye stuff was really good. To be
Never got
fair.
around to it.
It was a lot better than I thought because like I'm not really hyped for Hawkeye at all. So when they announced Kate, I was like, okay, she's at least funny. And then they were like Clint, I was like, oh, okay.
I
But
couldn't get
I
through
really
stuff.
enjoyed both of them.
I tried the Kate one. Didn't get that far into it. Just
No.
like fell off it. But
I've
and
got
if they have a
prediction
big
for,
Black Panther
the
expansion,
Square Enix one. Yeah, the Black Panther.
this doesn't
one's
count in your
only
5.
finished.
You've done your 5, but go on.
It doesn't count as my 5. But so you know, the other day I said that they were remaking Dragon Quest 3 in the
Mhm.
Octopath Traveler engine.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm interested in
Right,
that just
so-
because of that.
So The other day, I think it was like 2 days ago, they changed the icons and the names of the Final Fantasy 3 and 4 ports on iPhone and Android to 3D remake.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that they're going to do old Final Fantasy game, like the really, really old ones.
Yeah.
In that
With the
style.
sprite level of ones, like 1, 2, 3.
Which one? Yeah, is that 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3?
One.
They
one
didn't
to
come
six,
out
basically.
here until like many years later, did they?
No.
That'd be
I think
interesting.
they're going to do something with that.
Because I do like Octopath Traveler, so they
That's
literally
actually
just
more
make it
likely
like
than
that.
my 10 part 3, but I just want the 10 part 3 to happen. So.
I don't think we haven't really. Nintendo? Anyone got anything for
We're not really
Nintendo
big. Like, we're
lately?
gonna drop a Mario game. Like, that's standard.
Yeah, do we reckon we're gonna get like Mario Odyssey 2? Because we got Breath of the Wild 2 at the same time, like same year, right? So like,
Yeah.
that's gotta be
Maybe.
around the corners, or maybe it's just
They've
the
got to
new
do
Mario.
some
game.
Mario thing. Like,
Mario Kart 9. We are 9.
No,
now?
we don't need no more
We
Mario
don't need a
Kart.
Mario. Thing is, like, I don't think we. Yeah, I don't think we need a new Mario Kart because like, if I've got Mario Kart 8 on my Switch, am I really gonna go buy Mario Kart 9?
I think that they should release. I've just come up with this idea based on a pun. They should release a game that's like Rock Band but with Mario characters, and they should call it Marioke.
Oh wow!
I'd play that. I would buy that. I would actually legit buy that.
Send that to
And Toad should
I
be
was
the
gonna say
father.
Reggie, but he's not there. Mr. Bowser.
Doug Bowser.
It's wild that he runs Nintendo and he's called Doug Bowser.
He's
absolutely love
born
that.
to do that
Born for
role.
that job, isn't he?
I think the Nintendo conference, and this is kind of think and kind of really hope, is going to be really. Pokemon is the only thing I play on the Switch, but they've got 2 games coming out in really close succession, which is really odd.
Yeah. But well, one's a remake,
and one
though.
of them is also very different.
Yeah. Do you reckon with this new Pokemon they're trying to make it like them, like trying to switch it up a bit?
I think they're just trying to expand. I think that because they've said it's a main series game, but like so the remake, so was Let's Go. I think what they're gonna want eventually, if I was in charge, what I'd have is like the main series, which is like your classic kind of gameplay. I'd have your Let's Go series running alongside it for remakes, and then I'd have this
Legends
for like story and lore.
Yeah, you could. That would just be the Legends game, wouldn't it? Because that's what it's called.
Yeah. And I'd have like 3 series going.
I would actually like that because I probably only played the Legends one, but because they're like, I'm more interested in the look of that one. But we'll see how it is. Yeah, I could see that working actually. Whether they can get the games out in time.
Yeah.
I reckon you get a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's not going to be called that, but it's going to be like all the DLC characters all in one.
Who's getting added to Smash Bros?
Crash. If Crash isn't one of the last 2 characters, they're going to be pissed off.
We're still going.
Yeah, there's 2 more.
Oh.
I think Reggie should be added.
That's good.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Cool, yeah.
I think he's a skin though. I'm pretty sure, like a me skin. Can't remember though.
Who have we had added? The Piranha Plant, Joker, the protagonist from Three Houses.
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
Oh,
You've had Banjo Kazooie.
Donald Duck. Add Donald Duck.
Yeah, people are saying add Sora, which I can see.
I was about to say,
but then it's not really relevant now, unless they bring out another Kingdom Hearts.
No, we don't need that.
No,
I'm done
do
now.
that.
Leave me.
The guys left, right?
Actually, I heard a rumor ages ago that Kingdom Hearts 4 is a lot closer than people think.
No, don't say that.
Didn't they say that about Kingdom Hearts 3?
We don't talk about that. Me and Jake serve. That's what I'm gonna.
So I wouldn't be. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna happen because I don't want to jinx it.
I think Balan Wonderworld 2 is more likely than that.
But I think
that game.
Yes,
you got a real hate in that game.
It's every button's jump.
The creature
doesn't make
really
sense.
freaked me out. I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be this year. I think it'll be next year or the year after.
I don't need it. I don't want it. Let me die. They said
And
Kingdom
then
Hearts 3 is
it'll
going to be
actually
last
release.
about 10 years.
Announced, yeah.
Anyone got anything?
EA Play needs to be an entirely Dragon Age dedicated event.
We gotta see Dragon Age
Agreed.
there, right? We haven't seen any gameplay. Surprising at this.
I don't think the gameplay will be shown. I think
Really?
I
Again,
don't
that's
think
like
it's
3 years.
I don't think it's coming until at least 2023.
Ugh.
I'd
We need
like
a
to
Bioware
see
game though.
more story trailer,
Yeah.
please.
Oh,
Show me
speaking
anything.
of Bioware, they're going to add the multiplayer for Mass Effect. They're going to announce that,
Potentially.
surely.
I hope so.
Because they've said that if people want it, they'll do it. And people
It
want
takes
it
a
by
lot
the
for me
looks
to
of it.
want multiplayer in a single player game, and
Yeah.
I actually hope they do. So
Yeah, I reckon they'll do that. I think that'll be a big announcement that they're probably saving for E3. I think. It's
Mhm.
like, you love the Mass Effect remaster. How about the multiplayer?
We'd like to see a little bit about the new Mass Effect as well, even if it's just
Yeah.
another teaser trailer.
Yeah, you won't get any
I'd actually
much
like them
about
to
that.
do what they did for Dragon Age last year. You know that
Well,
trailer
like
they
a
did
little,
where it was
like,
just like the devs talking about it and
behind
some
the
concept
scenes
art.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could do that.
Me and
As long as they-
barrel over that concept art. When we were on the PowerPoint, we were like looking for all the like.
I actually wish a lot more.
There's also a
studios
video
did
on our
stuff like
channel
that.
where they
That
were
was
talking
a
about
really
that.
nice trailer. Like, it
They
wasn't
could.
even a trailer, but it was nice to just have that look into the studio.
It's fine them doing that for Mass Effect as long as we get more for Dragon Age.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want them doing that for Mass Effect and then the same thing again for Dragon Age. That'd be annoying. Do you reckon we'll get a date for Dragon Age?
No.
Or even like a
Maybe,
year?
I think we'll get a year, and it'll be either late 2022 or it'll be no earlier than late 2022.
Wait, it won't be this year. Do you reckon we'll get any surprise releases this year where we're not expecting it and it'll actually come out this year?
No.
I'd be very surprised if even like Horizon hits this year.
Yeah.
God of War got pushed already, so well, no one thought that was coming this year though. Absolutely no one I talked to thought that was coming this year, even though it was originally announced for this year.
I'd really like DICE to announce a Star Wars, but I can't think they will do it because of Battlefield.
But they have 2 studios.
They do have 2
Three,
studios.
I think 3 now actually.
Yeah.
But maybe because Brian was saying this to me, he was like, they've got several different studios, so one could be working on Star Wars, and there was like rumors that there were.
Like, I know Battlefront 2 didn't get off to the best start, but they really, really.
No, that game turned around massively, and it was really fun at the end.
And the amount of people who were just so pissed off because EA cut the support just as it had got good, just as
Yeah.
it was starting to add new stuff that people had been asking for, and they were like, "You've got some of the stuff now." That's what you mean.
Oh.
What?
Like, here's
Oh.
a Rogue One DLC without any Rogue One heroes.
Oh yeah, that pissed me off. Nice map though.
Even though
But
they were in
even
the
though
last game,
the
it was
original
just
get yeah,
ported over.
literally. Yeah. EA is an interesting. Like, you reckon? I mean, they own like all the like the car games now. It's not Forza.
Sure.
So do you reckon they bring out a proper Need for Speed kit?
I would like a new Need for Speed.
I can't
Or
slag it
even-
off too much though, because they've actually been nice to their employees, unlike most game studios these days. So,
That we
Yeah.
know of. But yeah.
all I've heard
Interesting.
from them, like throughout the pandemic, is just positive things, like how supportive they've been, like
Yeah.
buying people laptops and stuff so they can work from home,
It's fair. Fair enough.
What about
moving deadlines around, stuff like that.
what about more DLC for Immortals Phoenix Rising?
See, that game did really well. I know you
I
didn't.
enjoyed that.
You weren't a fan of it, Jake.
No.
I enjoyed it. I didn't get the DLC because I heard the first one was just more of the same, and I'd already played a good 50 hours of the original game. So I was like, you know what, I don't need it anymore. The second one was a bit better apparently because it was different, like vibe.
Yeah.
And then the third one that hasn't even come out yet is like a completely different game apparently. So I don't think you get more DLC. They could announce a sequel,
I
but
don't think it's the kind of game that will get a sequel though, because the
don't
DLCs have all
know.
been like, I think
Yeah.
there's ones in China. There's obviously a new one coming out that's like a new different game as well. I think it will be like an anthology series kind of thing.
yeah, I could see that. But would it just be called Immortals?
Yeah, and then like whatever.
What was it called
Mythologies I wanna
before?
go on.
Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters, yeah. It looked so good back then.
It's still good now. It's just like that's such a better name as well.
Mm.
They got the
I
you know the
preferred
reason they
the look of what type of game it was going to be rather
Yeah,
than the game
same.
we got.
Well, it was meant to be the Breath of the Wild for Ubisoft, weren't it? And it kind of was.
That's why I don't like it.
I'm gonna. I've got a controversial opinion about that. I think it's just better Breath of the Wild. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the comments about that.
Oh,
Do you know
I'm
what?
sure,
I'm
Bryony watched this video. She'll put it out in the comments.
got to the end of that game, and I didn't
Exactly.
want to play any more Breath of the Wild.
I think genuinely the reason I preferred it is because it had more story, more interesting characters.
Yeah.
Because like in Breath of the Wild, you barely get any story. Like it's mostly just exploring, which is fine. But like, I want story. I like the characters. I like the top
gods in that game were amazing.
Yeah, they're hilarious. That game's a funny game. I very rarely have a game that I find myself laughing at. And
I think I wanted one of the DLCs because I think it introduced like some more of the Olympian gods.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, I don't actually enjoy playing the game. So then I tried to get Nathan to buy the season pass, and he was like,
he liked it, didn't he? Nathan
he
liked
really
it.
enjoyed it. So I was like, you should get the season pass.
Makes sense. Makes sense that Nathan would like it. He's a big Breath of the Wild fan. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He likes like exploration and puzzles and stuff like that, whereas I'm just like, this puzzle's in the way of the story. Why?
I'm like a mix of the two. I love the puzzles. See, I'm like that, but with combat. Like, I don't want to play a game that's hard. The puzzles can be like as hard as possible. Like, yeah, bring it on. But combat, I got no time. I got no time for this.
See, I'm the opposite. I love combat, and I love when games have like a dodge or a parry or whatever. And most people I know hate that.
I do kind of agree with you, Katie, but like for me, Immortals puzzles weren't hard; they were just long and repetitive.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like you know, in third Tomb Raider game, where it literally said to you, how hard do you want the combat, how hard do you want the puzzle, how hard do you want the exploration.
That was like
combat, like all the way down, puzzles and exploration, like all the way up. Perfect mix of gameplay for me personally.
Do you reckon we'll get any more Tomb Raider?
Not this year.
No. The first remake was a masterpiece. It was a beautiful game, and then the second and third one just.
Second was better gameplay. I'll give it that.
I prefer the gameplay of the third one. If the third one, if it kept the level of story from the first and had the mechanics and gameplay of that game itself, it would have been amazing. But the story was just, it was just.
I prefer the third one to the second. The second one, I just genuinely didn't like the story for the second one. I thought it was a bit. I mean, yeah, it's magical. It's unbelievable.
I cared more about the little like lost village than I cared about the remnant.
And I felt like the set pieces were better in 3, like big like explosions. I mean, is it the one with is that the one with the flood? You'd like jumping across all the shit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Like they have better moments like that in 3 than 2, but I don't think you'll see more.
But apparently they are making the second movie.
And they've got an anime coming to Netflix, which you'll probably see at this Netflix Geek Week thing.
Maybe they are going to gear up to hint what's happening with the franchise.
They said they're not done with it. So
I'm going to jump back on to just shitting on Warner Brothers again. I'm disappointed that they're only showing Black. Well, they've only confirmed they're showing Back 4 Blood, but
which I'm hyped for. Don't get me wrong.
They had that were coming out this year and have got pushed back, understandably. Like, I'm not annoyed they've been delayed at all. I'm annoyed the fact that they were supposed to be coming out this year and they got pushed back due to COVID. And then they're like, but we're not going to show you anything about them. So, because that's just giving me bad vibes.
No, it's true. I mean, that is weird that they come out with Gotham Knights and Harry Potter and arguably show more of them games, which are supposed to come out later than the Lego one, and you've seen nothing of the Lego one
in 2020, and we've had one trailer it was a gameplay trailer with no gameplay.
That's troubling signs for that game. Like the fact that 2 games that have been announced after it, like 2 years after, and are coming out like we're supposed to come out earlier.
Hogwarts Legacy was supposed to come out this year and got panned because J.K. Rowling.
I think that's part of the reason they delayed that. I mean, it's also COVID and that, but like they've got to distance themselves from J.K. Rowling opening her mouth.
But they've also not showed anything of that game either. So
they showed. I mean, really, technically, not purposely, but we saw some gameplay from the leaked stuff.
I feel like it's going to be like a mobile game on a console.
I know. I think that's going to be a deep RPG. What I've seen.
I want it.
What I've heard.
Yeah. I don't even like Harry Potter, and I'm like,
I was
this
gonna
is
say, I'm not really
scary.
that into
Same.
Harry Potter,
Not the
but-
biggest fan of Harry Potter, but I like the thing is with me with Harry Potter. I didn't like the whole actual Harry Potter bit. Like I didn't like him. I didn't like half his friends. But I like the world, like the Wizarding world. Like I generally
Yeah, I
just
like
like
the idea of it.
the idea. So like a video game where I'm the main character and doing all that stuff. That's fine. I'll happily play that. I'm excited to
Yeah.
play that.
Should have been a fantastic.
As long as I'm
game.
not playing as Harry Potter, I'm fine.
I think you can find the little magical creatures and look after them.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because
Because they had those ones with the big eyes. The little black ones with the big eyes that look like cows. The trailer.
Oh,
So that'd be fun. And you get to ride hippogriffs. We know that.
I want a Niffler.
I was gonna say I want a
Yeah, I
Niffler
also want a
available.
Niffler. Go robbing everyone.
I want
Yeah.
the option to be an evil wizard, so I can do a second playthrough where I'm just a vile person. That's the best part of RPGs.
Yeah,
The right
Warner
trigger.
Brothers are a weird one this year. Just because of everything going on behind the scenes and the fact that all their games literally got delayed out this year. They literally
But to
got
be
all
fair,
the guys
have
back for
al-
blood.
They have always been like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Just-
no
they
matter
announce
how long have I
games
been
and
waiting for
they're
this
like,
damn
we're not
Batman
going to
game?
show you anything.
Straight, yeah, but then they show when they do show you it, it literally comes out 6 months later.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a thing. I mean, maybe they like doing that because it's the easier, like, hype train for the.
It is, but
people
then
that do the
when
hype,
something
what they're
happens
called.
and they all get delayed, people
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. They should really like talk more, I guess, to their community. But yeah, that's one of them.
I think a lot of people have come out and they've like games that you were hoping for or you expected to be there. They've come out and they're like, these games aren't there.
They're
It's kinda
managed.
killed
I
the
think in
hype.
a way, it's killed a bit of the hype, but it's also managing expectations
Yeah,
because you don't want to go in thinking, oh yeah, Time Splitter, Saints Row,
yeah,
all that's going to be there. It's not there. And you're
yeah.
like,
That's
oh.
true.
So
But also, like, for the games that are in like various stages of development, I think what they should do when they're doing that is like, oh, we're not going to be at E3, but here's a screenshot, here's a piece of concept art.
yeah, just something. Yeah. But I can see it from the other side where they don't want to fall into the trap of Cyberpunk where they show too much, and then it doesn't. What they show.
But Cyberpunk showed stuff that weren't real. So as long as you don't
Yeah.
do that,
Yeah,
that's
but like
fine.
even the recent stuff, they showed way too much of it. In my. But
Yeah.
Do you reckon we see Final Fantasy VII 2?
Oh god, I hope so, but I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I've got like a glimmer of a hope that there'll be a trailer attached to the end of the like new episode with Yuffie,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think either that
or just like a little teaser.
or I have a weird
Please, just be a picture of Vincent.
theory that because they're doing the concert this year,
Oh,
which me
that's
and
true.
Kay are actually going to, they do tend to like at
Which
these
one?
concerts, like they tend to show little trailers or snippets, don't they?
Yeah.
Or tease something at the end. Especially because I'm going, I'm really hoping that they do it there. But I could see it anywhere really. I can see them popping up at a state of play, whatever.
Yeah.
Just announce it. Like if PlayStation have a big state of play this year, they're either going to do one or two things. They're going to announce the date and show a little bit of part 2, or they announce the date and show a little bit of 16. I don't think it's going to get both.
I've seen a rumor that Square Enix aren't going to show any Final Fantasy at their thing, which I think is
Which makes me think
bogus.
PlayStation.
But
I think
if they don't, then it will be it because they're all fucking PlayStation.
they're all
exclusive,
PlayStation
aren't
exclusive, aren't they? They're all in PlayStation's marketing pocket, so PlayStation will probably pay for them to be at their showcase,
they? Yeah.
which surprised me at all. But yeah, anything else, anyone? No. It looks like he's got something.
That one Star Wars game that I was really disappointed by, the
The
Switch
one for the Switch.
Fortnite.
That was Fortnite, apparently.
Yep. I reckon we'll get gameplay. Maybe a shadow drop. I don't know.
I reckon.
Hang on, what's this?
Yeah, but did you not watch that one? Star Wars. There's a Star. What's it called?
It's like Star Wars Hunters or something.
Yeah,
and it's just Fortnite, but Star
well,
Wars.
but we don't know it's Fortnite. People are just assuming because we haven't seen anything.
When
It
did this
looks
happen?
exactly like Fortnite.
This
It's
was announced
free
at
to play.
Nintendo
It's going to
Direct
be Fortnite.
like last year.
Oh, I didn't see.
I think people are just assuming it's Fortnite because it's free to play, but I think that's going to look better than we.
I hope so.
I hope so too. And I think we're going to get. My original prediction was 3 new Star Wars games that we don't know about. I think one of them will be Jedi Fallen Order 2, even if it's just a splash screen.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll go, here's your PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions. Because they're coming, we know about that.
Yeah.
I think they'll show a bit of that, and then they'll go, and put one more thing, and little tease, splash screen or whatever, of
That would be good.
Fallen Order 2. Without a date or anything.
What about another Tom Clancy game that's not?
We're getting. Is Rainbow Six Siege Tom Clancy? Not Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six. I feel like it is.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're getting that. That's already got a new name. Not Quarantine. It's Extraction. Makes sense. You're not going to keep that name. Yes, probably. They love churning out their Tom Clancy games.
Division's gearing up because they've got
They've got a bunch of
coming.
shit
They've
coming.
dropped a new audio book.
Which
Like they're going somewhere.
They'll have their own state of play. Their own what are they called, the Ubisoft things? Forwards. They'll have their own forward. I reckon this is why I'm not getting too hyped for the E3 Ubisoft forward, because they're going to have a load throughout the year.
Yeah,
I think they're going to keep it on the stuff coming soon, which is why I don't think you'll see Beyond Good and Evil 2 this
I've given up hope in saying that.
E3. I have, yeah, literally, I don't know when you're going to see that again.
Beyond Good and Evil, like, that's why I didn't even bother putting them in my predictions, because I don't think we're going to see.
No.
They are to you.
Especially not this year.
10-3 is something.
A unicorn.
I do worry about Beyond Good and Evil 2, where it's even going to be a thing ever, because that guy got kicked out because he left, but he was dodgy, weren't he?
Yeah.
His name? Lansau? I can't remember his name now. The main guy on the game who did the main guy who made Beyond Good and Evil was found to be dodgy. So now he owns a zoo. Apparently.
Okay.
He left to own a zoo. Yeah. That's a thing. I don't think you'll see that. But yeah.
It's going to be year of the remasters, because COVID's hit, and it's easy to remaster.
Yeah,
I've got a
that's
load of
true.
remasters.
That is very Capcom loving it with the remake.
The remake.
Yeah, they put
to be
effort
fair,
into that.
remakes. Yeah, they do put a bit more effort in. If they come out in Dino Crisis just a fucking remaster, I'll be pissed off. But yeah,
Again, your experience.
that we've covered. I think we've pretty much covered everything. We're gonna come back after E3 and do another one of these where we see who won. It won't be straight away after this week because there's a lot more of this. E3 is a bit more spread out.
I was going to
this
say,
year.
like, the EA stuff isn't coming until like July, so
Yeah, so we'll end of the summer, probably maybe end of August, September time. We'll come back and see who won. If any of us get points, that is. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think will be at E3 and what you're most hyped for. If you agree with any of our predictions. I think they're wild, which some of them I'm pretty sure you will.
Don't bother.
And we'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. Bye, guys.
Bye.
bye.
If you like that video, guys, don't forget to leave a like and hit that bell for notifications when we go live or post another video. If you want to see more videos like this, then check out this playlist somewhere around here. And if you would like to subscribe to us, then check out this sexy subscribe button right here. Look how enticing it is. You know you want to click it. And if you're already subscribed, you are an awesome human being.